what do you do in that situation? Hey, I have a great product.
Yeah.
It's not marketable.
Yeah.
I have
So
a marketable product,
this is
but it's
like
not
a
great.
very fun Silicon Valley, Harvard Business School type conversation, which is like,
Yeah.
yo, man, I got this fucking book. It is perfect, right? This is like the best thing in the
Yeah.
world. This is the widget. This is the product. Whether it's the wires or the pen or anything like that, like whatever you can imagine in your head, let's just say that's the product.
Yeah.
And what you do is you go to the people and you say, hey, I've got this product. Are you right? Are you the right person to buy this at this price point? Let's just say it's the right price point. So I got this product. I'm going to go to you, the person, buy this stuff. Try my Monster wires. You ever heard of that company, Monster Wires? Like $150 wires. Okay.
Right.
It's fucking weird. They don't do anything different.
Yeah.
Just fucking wires, right?
Were they large or jumbo wires? Was that?
I don't, they're just fucking
Okay.
expensive. Like it's
Okay.
insane, right? Like
Yeah.
they're just expensive. Or you'll go to this desk bike over here, that little sucker, right?
Yeah.
And they'll build it. And then they will go to people saying, do you want to buy this stuff? Right. So
Right.
that's one way, which is product first, people second. There's another way, which is people first, product second, which is in my bucket, like people first, product second. So to answer your question, which is like, but what if I got a product that is a bad person fit? Well, think about like that, like a million people in a big circle, like a Venn diagram type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have good players, you have bad players, you have weird problems, you have specific problems, you got a whole thing. And when you think of the done for you business, right? The done for you, I'll do this for you, exchange for money, that appeals to actually only and exclusively the top 1% to top 5% of businesses. Think of like not a Venn diagram, sorry, a distribution curve, right? Like done for you services, which is this person wants to buy, you have to close them, and the product is good, only appeals to businesses that have multiple locations, that have a great product, great price point. They're already like fucking good. Okay. That's it. They're already good. It's like a personal trainer. Like I know every personal trainer has transformation stories, but you and I both know if the person is really, really devoted and really, really fit and their nutrition works, they don't need a personal trainer. They got all that other shit figured out. They're already a top 1% person, right?
Mm-hmm.
The done with you appeals to the middle 80%, which is like, I know I'm good, but I'm missing a couple stuff. I've got my brain trash worked out. Right. I can follow instructions and directions, all that. And then the bottom 1%, the bottom 10%, that appeals to a do-it-yourself or a course.
Right.
That's how you should be thinking about it. So when I talk with agencies that come to my quarterly events, one of the deep conversations is product market fit. Like you got a product and I got to fit the market, or vice versa. But in the example, like you got a product and you're trying to talk to a person, sometimes it's changing the person that you're talking to. You got your done for you, which is the top 1%, or let's just say the top 10%. You got your done with you is middle 80%, and then do it yourself / course is the bottom 10%. You and I both know that real estate agents that are good fit for a course should not be buying your done with you. Is that right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the done with you people should not be buying your done for you, right? Maybe you'll upsell them, but nah. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
But
right, which is like you will have a product.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's changing the person that you're selling it to, and all of a sudden everybody fucking loves your stuff.
But
like,
I'll say this. So okay, on that topic, right? Say the top 10, which is the done for you.
Yeah.
Like see, that's the case, which again, I'm saying that's the case because I've never looked at the market that way, which is done for you is top 10%, whatnot.
Yeah.
Does that not also mean, well, there's two things. Number one, that means that everyone in the marketplace, like 90% of the marketplace, unqualified for done for you services, right?
Correct. Yes.
And number two, that most people selling to the marketplaces, done for you services, are selling to the wrong people. Because look,
correct.
If I were to take my done for you stuff, and if I was to look at how many agents I sold on my done for you, whatever, based on those stats and based on those things, it means that most of the people I sold to were the wrong target market.
Correct.
Right. So, but where does that conversation move, like as far as marketability and as far as product goes?
Yep.
Because
that's where all right, so think about it like this. So we did the done for you dentists, right?
Yeah.
We charged $750, $1,500, everybody was happy, all that. The dentist that it actually worked for, that had like, holy shit, this is awesome, I'm getting 5 to 7, maybe 18x return on investment. They had a good price.
4 locations probably.
They had 4 locations plus.
Yeah.
They were open on the weekends.
Yeah.
Didn't take off lunch, right? Opened so that people who had a job could show up in the morning, get a quote, and go back to work, right? They had their shit lined up. The done for yous that didn't work are like, actually, I only work from like 10 to 4, and then we take lunch off in the middle, and I'm only open Monday through Thursday. Suck my dick. Jesus fucking Christ. You want this shit to fail? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So that's how I would talk to them, and then like blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
But The ones that worked had all this shit lined up correctly.
Mhm.
If I was talking to the guy that was like, we're only open 4 days a week and I take lunch off, I was like, all right, well, I hear you loud and clear. It sounds like you're actually a better fit for a Done With You, where we'll show you how to do this on a Sunday afternoon. You can take care of all of your online marketing, all of your advertising. We'll give you the Canva templates. We'll give you the scripts. You can even train your staff with their Google Doc. It's 8 weeks long. It's X dollars, and I want you to train you to do your own marketing. They graduate from the 8 weeks, and now I'm on the phone. It's like, hey, we're super happy for you. Everything seems kosher. Let me ask you this. Did you want to keep running your own marketing, or did you want to focus on all the leads coming in? Now that we've got your business on the right track and you're open on the weekends and your staff is incentivized with a sales
You
structure,
could probably think of Done For You. Yeah.
then we talk about Done For You, right?
Because you don't even have time for Done With You at that point. Or like, things would break if you were to stick to Done With You. My
Correct.
thing is just that, done, like if you're pitching someone Done For You and they're not a good fit. So you're like, hey, you know what? Instead, like, what was a good fit is Done With You. I'm saying what I've realized is Done With You is not as attractive as Done For You.
Correct.
You know what I mean? So if I'm going to the marketplace and I'm like, hey, I'm going to do Done For You, I'm going to get a lot more people than marketing a Done With You.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah.
picking the right market and selling the right product to the right person is fine. Like, I understand where you're coming from, but at what point do you go like, for example, if I have a Done With You product, right, and it gets amazing results,
Yeah.
but it's not marketable. Now, there's a conversation that says, hey, if your product's not marketable, you should sell a front-end product or something that gets them into the thing, and then
Yeah.
that's more marketable, and then you sell them on the back end.
Like a course, right?
Yeah. Yeah. But is there a thing of like, hey, listen, if you cannot find a good like if you have a good product and you can't find a good market, like, or it's not attractable, it's not marketable in the marketplace, or you have a product that's marketable but it's not good,
Yeah.
maybe you should just change the conversation, like move to a different product that's better fit. Like,
So that's where a lot of like Paul Graham, Y Combinator stuff matters. And the answer is usually more in like computer science, computer engineering, Silicon Valley type stuff than it is with the agency world.
Yeah.
And so what'll happen is you'll have some like genius computer science that is like, man, I just solved world hunger with 3 lines of code. I'm amazing. And then they'll try to get clients. The clients are like, I hate this shit. This is bad. Everything sucks. And they're like, well, I'm a computer science engineer and this is the best thing in the world. Kind of like how artists are, right?
Yeah.
And like, it's your fault. I'm amazing. Very Silicon Valley style. And then they'll go to the next person, next person, next person, next person. And after a while you go like, man, like maybe, if 10 people say you smell like shit, it's clearly you.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like you get to a point, Jordan's laughing at that, right? Like you get to a point, like you got so much feedback and like clearly I'm the problem. All right.
Mhm.
Maybe I need to change my product, need to change what I'm doing, how I'm doing. And the agency version of that is sometimes changing your bullet points, your headlines, changing how you talk to people, changing your language. Sometimes that's changing the industry. Sometimes that's changing the product. And as an example, let's just say one day I'm like, Jeff, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to do all on 4 dental implants. It's going to be great. Fine. Perfect. Everybody's going to love it. I built an amazing program. I got CRM, the automations. I got the ads. I got the scripts. I got the follow-up. I even include, hey, man, call these people for a 10% discount. I got the lab that'll ship that shit in 24 hours. They'll even take 210 net 30 instead of asking cash up front. Like, this is fucking amazing. You're going to love it. We even have the job titles and responsibilities for everybody on the team. Holy crap. And then before and after the testimonies, it's a beautiful product, right?
Mhm.
And go to market. And like 50 people are like, no, man, I hate you. I hate this. This is everything I don't want. I'm going to change my product, which doesn't mean change your industry.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm going to say, how about we teach you how to get prepaid teeth whitening leads using this machine where it's like $30 and you put it in and then you sit down and you got the thing in the mouth and you take a picture.
Yeah.
And then you do that. And they're like, yeah, I want that. Okay, cool. So what we did is we changed our product inside of our industry. So instead of jumping ship to a different niche, we kept the context, kept the person, changed the product. So that is very much like a very grown-up CEO level conversation. It's very painful to talk about.
Yeah.
Like if you're saying, hey man, I know how to sell, I know how to run ads, and you live your life saying I'm right and everybody else is wrong, you'll have a very small circle very, very quickly. And you'll sit in your bucket and going, well, it's the internet, man. I'm addicted to it. And all of a sudden you got no money very, very fast.
No,
you have to
yeah. Go ahead.
You have to have this like adult level critical thinking, communication, problem solving aspect and apply it to yourself. You're going to say, let's just say I did customer research. I talked to 50 dentists and all 50 of them told me that they don't want that.
Mhm.
Do I keep going or do I not? Do I want to be the engineer that built perfect code or the artist that made the perfect painting and is struggling for validation? Or do I just want to go to people? Remember, change the product, change the person, product back and forth. Or do I just want to go to people and say, what do you want? So you have to like have that deep, meaningful understanding, which is very, very difficult, and it takes years to figure it out. And it's
And
often
it takes
interpreted as
money as well.
it takes money, it takes time, and more importantly, it takes emotions.
Yeah.
It takes a break of social status.
Yeah.
And it's taken me a long time, by the way, to say like, no, I'm ending my done for you. Like I'm breaking my business. I'm killing it so I can build something better. Like that's a whole character death.
Yeah.
Like
Same
that
here.
sucks, right?
Yeah.
And when you think of like the hero's journey, the hero dies at one point and
Yeah.
has to be rebuilt, right? And
Yeah.
it sucks and it's hard, but nobody really enjoys that conversation because it's not a Stripe screenshot and you can't
Yeah.
market about it, right?
Yeah.
And so you have a whole generation of people that are like, I will achieve financial time and validation
Right.
freedom
Yeah.
using online advertising,
Yeah.
using copy and paste ads. It's a very good headline. But what they mistake is the deep, meaningful understanding of me, myself, knowing is it the product, is it the person, is it the price point, and toying around and playing with that. And there are huge $1 million a week consulting companies that are paid handsomely to figure this shit out. Like Kinsey, half the time they
Yeah.
only do that.
100%. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
yeah.
There's not a good answer. You just have to have an understanding
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah. People like Deloitte